All right, guys, if you haven't gotten the speech yet, just wanted to get this out to everybody so everybody knows what we're doing. I actually have a plan here for the year. I'm not just doing random stuff as we go along. All right, it's good to have some kind of a format or structure to what you're doing. It's good to help prevent you from injuries and make sure that we keep the gains going forward. All right, so basically, we just wrapped up the CrossFit Open. All right, so we just went through a whole bunch of exercises that were really dynamic and stressful on the shoulders. A lot of heavy lifting and stuff. So for a while, we're going to get away from that. All right, we're going to get our shoulders a chance to get stronger, more stable, and develop more control over our body in general. So you're going to see a lot more strict movement. You're going to see a lot more slower movement, tempo exercises. And basically the overall objective is just to move a little bit slower and more controlled, all right, and develop that stability. That's an idea of some of the exercises we'll be seeing a lot of, but that's not what we're limited to. We've got a ton of exercises we can do, all right. The other thing that we're going to be doing in this off-season period is like really varying the amount of exercises that we are doing, all right. So typically we know like the 20 or 30 exercises you're going to do or see in a CrossFit Open or any typical CrossFit workout. In the off season, I'm going to make this next period of time is going to be extremely random. We're going to pull from like almost 200 or 300 different variations of different exercises and movements. All right, so we're going to be really varied here. The next portion is called the mid off season. All right, now in the mid off season, this is more of like a transition period where we're going to start working in some of those dynamic exercises that we got away from. All right. But we're not going to work them into WODs. We're going to work them in on their own. So like all the Olympic lifting, snatches, clean and jerks, any kind of kipping exercises, such as pull-ups, handstand push-ups, those types of things, you're going to be seeing done as skill work or strength work before the workout. Let's go back here for a sec. We're going to stay in this until probably around mid-January. Around mid-January, so we're going to transition over here. All right? So like I said, we're going to start getting those dynamic movements back into what we're doing. All right? And like rebuild the skill of those movements. All right? Through then. As we transition over to here, which would be, I would say like late February, maybe mid-March, something like that. We're going to see how we're doing here. But once we get into here, we're going to probably be there for a while. I would say like 2 or 3 months. And that's going to be actually incorporating some of those more dynamic exercises that we did for skill and for strength into the actual workouts here. So we're going to be doing those movements now under fatigue. We're not going to be doing them by themselves. All right. And we're going to start to, increase the volume. All right, and the amount of work that we can do. So we're going to be there for 2 months. So you figure April, May, mid-May, late May or so, we might start transitioning over to the specialty. Right now, when we start there, like I said, it's extremely varied. We're going to be really varied with exercises. I'm going to try to throw a new exercise in basically every single day. All right, we go here, we're going to reduce that number of exercises a little bit. We go here, we reduce it even further. When we get to the preseason, now this is where we start get into specificity. This is where we start targeting those movements that we're going to see. When we do the Wadapalooza qualifier, which I'll get into with you guys at another point, and the CrossFit Open, which is in August. And then, the Wadapalooza qualifier is late August, September, and the Open, as you know, is in October. All right? So specificity. So now this is basically, we're just going. It's going to look like just straight up CrossFit workouts like we typically do. And it's going to be the movements that you're really familiar with and doing lots of them and getting better at them in different ways, whether it's high volume with lightweight or low volume with heavyweight or even high volume with heavyweight. It's going to be all different variations and couplets and triplets and stuff like that you typically would see. And then we're off back into we're going to call that like our in-season. All right, our in-season is the Wadapalooza and Open, so it's probably about a 2.5 month window of that, and then in between our workouts that we're doing there, it's going to be more like a maintenance thing. So like after you do your open workout, it's just a matter of maintaining some strength, maintaining some skill. So the next workout that comes up, you don't fall off a cliff or anything. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions about anything, let me know.